set within the rolling hills of the beautiful Peak District.
Well, Milo.
We're now in our third year as farmers.
Farming is a never-ending list of jobs. And I love it.
And for us, there's no looking back.
Blue skies, sun shining, literally living the dream.
We're witnessing the fruits of our labour as the land and animals flourish under our care.
We are actually getting cows.
Our kids are experiencing a unique way of life as they follow us on this farming adventure.
This is my hairdryer and they're using it for a cow.
Farming is hard work. And we face challenges daily.
Back to front. Can't get that out.
Yeah.
But through it all, we learn.
Use your board, darling.
We change. We grow.
That's it, go, go.
And we're loving every second of it.
It's a way of life. It's just a privilege.
This week on our farm, Liz and I try our hand at an age-old farming technique.
Yeah, just be careful with these crown jewels there, Liz.
As we give our tups a rather close shave ahead of summer.
It looks like someone's been murdered.
I'm absolutely fuming. I don't want us to laugh or cry.
The Royal Cheshire Show is about to start.
Come on.
Adrenaline, my heart rate's up.
We eye up the competition ahead of showing our cows for the first time.
Morpheus. Sounds like one of our kids.
And I dig out my old cycling gear ahead of a charity bike ride.
I'm ready.
Calvin. Hey, Susie.
This morning, me and the kids are up and out for the feeding rounds in the barn.
Get some more straw.
Up on the top field,
Hello.
Carla.
Liz is kicking off her day by checking all is well with our young flock.
We do this about 2-3 times a day, so you have to make sure that none of them are getting stuck in the fences, none of them have died, none of them are injured. Like this lamb here is barring because it can't find its mum. So I like to just reunite everyone together. It literally breaks my heart when I can hear them barring, looking for their mums. This way, that's it, that way. Come on. She's over there. Go on, go and get her. Sorted.
Grazing amongst our purebred Welsh Clins are our 2 female Jacobs, the Tamani's own small flock which she's hoping to breed. But our Clin ram Rudolph may have changed our plans to keep them purebred after I let him loose for a day with the flock.
I'm adamant that they're in lamb, and Kelvin swears blind they're not in lamb. He says it's not, it's just because they've been, you know, on the good grass, they're out, the fleece is big. But I'm so sure that they're in lamb. Like, look at them over there, look at this, you can just see the shape of their bellies. They just stick out. That's not fleece, that's not grass. We've got good grass, but it's not that good. I'm sure they're gonna lamb any day. And I would just love it if they did, just to prove it wrong. Just to be... Sometimes it just doesn't, it doubts me, and I know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I always come and I just double check on them. It'll be interesting to see what we get, if we get any.
Time will tell who's right about the Jacobs. But back in the barn, there's one of our girls that we do know is definitely expecting.
She's doing really well. She's settling in and she seems happy. I mean, she does look round and big in the belly.
This will be the first calf born on this farm in decades, and a first for us to be a part of. It's pretty nerve-wracking, and I'm praying for a smooth birth.
Come on. You're walking every day ready to see a calve, and I'm guessing like sheep, they'll start to bag up on the rudder, and there's just no signs of it yet. So I actually texted the previous owner, I just asking to double check when she's due. The dates we were given were wrong, I think, so it's probably going to be another at least 3 weeks maybe before she calves.
We've bonded more with Sonic and Cherry as we've been halter training them for the Cheshire Show. But we've got a bit of work to do to build trust with this first-time mum that we finally named Ruby.
I've been kind of coming in every day, whether it's bedding up or giving her a tiny bit of corn, just to really try and create some sort of bond, really, and get her used to me, get her familiar with me. Doesn't quite let me go in for a stroke yet. Oh, babe, oh, yes, you are going in. It's just a waiting game, really. We'll just keep waiting patiently.
Now the weather has started to warm up, our sheep's coats are looking a little too heavy for them to carry into the summer, so it's time to shear them. And this year, we're going to see if we can do it ourselves.
This is going to be our practice run. So we're going to try with 4 first, see how it goes. I think the key on the farm is to try and save money where you can. You really don't want to be getting people in to do it. You want to try and do as much as possible yourself, but there's pros and cons to it because we are very new, so we're not going to shear 50 sheep on our own. It'll take us about 2 months. If one of us is good at it, maybe it is something that we can do ourselves. First, I've got to open this table. Do you know how to open this table?
I refuse to help you open a trestle table.
Why? It's just so tricky. Needs some strength. Oh, it's been too soft with it.
I mean, if we're struggling to put a trestle table up, I don't think we're going to be able to shear 4 tups, are we? Anyway.
It's just enjoy it, babe.
Okay.
Enjoy it.
Liz is always way more relaxed trying anything new. And I'm a self-confessed perfectionist. But armed with new shears and a head full of online tutorials, I'm up for giving this a go, once I've got the technique right in my head.
Now, the professionals do it, they keep the fleece as one. So obviously that's the belly. So let's say your sheep is here and the belly's pointing that way. So if we start this way, and then as we're going up somehow, we're kind of coming off, so...
He goes down, doesn't he? He goes down because he pushes it like that, doesn't he?
Well, yeah, then I guess we could go down, and then we'll do its spine, and then at that point, do you then come away and do it this way, and then you've... So do you peel it away like that, and then do your last line so it comes away, or do you peel it away like that, and then it comes away?
A piece of me is telling me there's a reason why you get a shearer in. Because it's not easy.
Oh, it's not easy, it's hard work. It's going to be physically demanding.
Can't wait.
It's a good job I've got 2 pythons in it.
There's a couple of bee stings there.
Once again, it looks like we've got all the gear and not much of an idea. But we're up for it now, as soon as we can locate our 4 tups.
They're somewhere in here. It's a massive field.
Today, Liz and I are having a go at mastering an age-old farming task, sheep shearing.
Come on. Oh, they're coming. That's it.
Shearing isn't wildly expensive, about £1.50 a head, but as our flock grows, anything we save will get reinvested into the farm. And what a great skill to try and master too.
Hold on, babe. Who's going first?
I'll assist.
He's so strong.
Well, should we do the little one first?
No.
Challenge yourself now, haven't you?
1,
2, 3. There we go. Down. Well, his belly don't need shearing. Oh, my goodness.
Right, let's get the shearers, let's go.
That's a neat job. Honestly, the tucks are so big. It's just hard to get in the right position because you've only really got one hand to hold them and one hand to shear. Doing all right there. Just watch them skin parts, yeah. If there's one thing Calvin will do, it's a neat job, so he's in the best hands.
So far, so good. Slow and steady wins the race.
You've got to be confident. You've got to stick close to the skin
Right,
and
just
keep that contact.
What you've got to watch for is like the flaps, like,
Yeah.
you know, the skin edges there. It's flicking him over that's going to be hard.
I mean, this is so bad.
Oh, it doesn't matter. You've done a good job there.
I mean, if I went to a barber shop and come out like that, I'd be asking for my money back. But he's not paid for it, has he? So what can you expect when you get a free haircut?
Look, he's happy now. He's cooler. It's done.
1 down, 3 to go. It's pathetic. You know these lads will do 250 in a day.
Yeah, but listen, it's our first time. Got to give yourself a chance.
Right, let's get this Jacob in anyway.
Come on, then.
Liz used to be an hairdresser once upon a time, but I mean, she's admitted herself she wasn't the best.
I mean, I'm in a delicate area down here.
Yeah, just be careful with these crown jewels there, Liz. You don't want to whip them off.
Right, 2 down, 2 to go.
Now that we've both had a practice, it's time to see if we can pick up the pace.
Right, let's do this big clean.
Let's do the clean.
We're going to time this one. So
Let's time it and see how quick we can do it. On your marks, get set, go.
A professional sheep shearer can remove an entire fleece in under 1 minute, and that target has long gone.
He's so big, so strong. I mean, he's got such a thick fleece as well.
So we're on 11 minutes.
Oh my goodness, it's embarrassing.
And just as I'm finding the knack,
Battery's gone.
Oh,
Both batteries on the label, so they've got a 90-minute running time. Now, we've not taken 180 minutes.
we might have done.
We've not.
We've only done 2.5 sheep. Oh, God. It looks like someone's been murdered.
Fuming. I'm absolutely fuming. I don't want this to laugh or cry. Now the battery's gone and it's half its fleece is hanging off.
If we sheared all our 40 sheep at this rate, it would take us 18 hours to do it. 18 hours, Kelvin. When our shearer comes, he's done by the afternoon.
It started so well. I hate to admit it, but we've failed that, haven't we? Honestly, I feel like crying.
But at least we've learned we will never bother to do that again. Let's ring James.
Look at the state of that.
with only 2.5 sheep sheared, we're going to have to call James the Pro to help us fix this.
I don't even want to ring him. I might just take him send him a picture that says
Send help.
SOS.
Are you passing?
SOS in brackets, are you passive?
It's taking me back to my hairdressing days. I'm not joking. I've been here before, but in a salon. Like, honestly, it's not good.
Right, come on, let's go and get a cup of tea.
What time are we on here? 38 minutes. I'm just going to stop the clock.
The boundaries of our farm are made up of a real mix of native trees, hedgerows, and traditional dry stone walls that are synonymous to this part of the world. Some have been standing for centuries, and others have been knocked down in seconds, something me and my assistant Milo need to sort today.
So today, Milo, we're going to rebuild a dry stone wall. Do you know what a dry stone wall is?
Yes, it's this.
It's exactly, yeah. But because Daddy drove the tractor into here, I knocked it down. So me and you have to rebuild it, OK? We're going to start with the big stones at the bottom and work up to little stones.
Can you do the big stones and I do the little stones?
Yeah, right. Well, I'll get the big stones, you get the little stones, yeah? You get in there. There we go. Right, so this one. Are we ready?
There.
So let's wedge it up underneath there. See this one? Tuck
Yeah,
it in under there so it doesn't rock.
And then put it.
No, under this way, mate. That's not moving, is it? So that's good. Now we need to carry on that level like this, OK? We need some bigger ones first.
Yeah, we need bigger ones like this. Huge. Right. Dad, how does this wall got here?
This wall would have been built a long, long time ago. It's probably hundreds of years old. There we go. Right, we need to build this section up now, at the back here. This is kind of the unique opportunities that you get with this little life, is that, you know, me and Milo are learning together. We're both learning how to rebuild this wall. And I can tell him when he's old and he might have forgot this, and I say, once, Milo, when you was 5 years old, see that wall over there? So me and you rebuilt that. He'll say, really? I said, yeah. See, we've built that side up now, so we've got 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to do another 1, 2 here. So we need to make sure this is flat.
Dad, I like this.
Oh, do you? Why?
I like being the builder.
You like being a builder?
And Dad, you know what I'm checking on?
What?
I'm checking on if it falls off.
Oh, you're just making sure it stays all.
Yeah.
Come here, I'll stand in it, yeah. Right, so, I like working with you, Milo. You're a good little helper, aren't you? I need a little stone that'll just fit in this gap here.
I think this one.
Do you think that one? That's a nice triangle one, that, isn't it? Yeah? There's a little bit of a gap there. So you can put the final stone in, Milo. So I reckon this stone will fit into that little gap. There we go. Perfect. Job complete. Builders, give us a kiss. You're a good lad.
I actually have planned.
You know what you've done now? When you've done a job, you know what farmers do after they've done a job?
And wash their hands and get a treat.
Well, a cup of tea.
Yeah. And child don't get a cup of tea. You know what they get?
What?
A hot chocolate or a biscuit.
Is that what children get? All right. Come on, then.
After a good morning's graft, I think Milo has earned his treat back at the farmhouse.
There you go.
Thank you.
And 1, 2 little chocolate biscuits. Are you gonna let Mum have a little bite of that? Mmm.
Is it yummy?
Yummy. Is that the best treat ever? Mm-hmm.
While they share biscuits and a hot chocolate, I've headed out to the garage to dig out and dust down one of my old trusty steeds for a very exciting challenge that I've signed up to do tomorrow.
I actually got a choice of 2 bikes. This bike, I cycled from Barcelona back to England in 10 days. This bike, I cycled from Emmerdale to EastEnders in 24 hours. For charity, obviously, because no other reason why you do something so daft.
I probably should have got more practice in, as in the morning, I'm joining a leg of a 1,000-mile charity bike ride from Northumberland to Cornwall.
It's fun.
Eyes breathing fire, hearts entangled. Love's a dance we can't untangle. Heavy is the crown we hold. Stories of a tale untold. In the dark where shadows fold. Heavy is the crown of gold.
Fantastic agricultural charity, raising money to support farmers through whether it's financial or emotional support.
Farming can be isolating, and more than a third suffer with depression. So if I can jump back into the saddle to help, even a little, then I'll do it.
So, tyres are flat, I can see straight away. Tyres are flat. So I need to put some air in and give it a quick prep.
This benevolent fund has events running year-round and is hugely respected within the farming community.
Hopefully, me being a part of it, if that can bring in a little bit more awareness or even more money, whatever it might be, then it'd be an honour to do so. Right, we're gonna have to get it outside and go for a little spin, aren't we?
The last time Kelvin did a bike ride was, well, I was pregnant, so 2016. It's a long time ago. And he thinks he's just going to hop on a bike and do a full day of bike riding. So, yeah, we either need to get an ambulance on backup or I need to be on backup, so something.
This feels good. What is it, 22 miles? Easy enough, won't it? It'll be easy enough. I might even do it in my jeans, actually.
The riders are due to arrive at our farm for a pit stop any time now. Their plan is to fundraise all the way to Cornwall, and tomorrow I'll be joining the next leg of that monumental trip.
Do you think I'll be okay on that bike?
You'll be fine. Just think, keep going.
Dad,
You'll be fine.
if you are tired your legs, pedal more faster.
So whenever I get tired, just pedal more faster.
Yeah.
Right, I'll give that a go. Hello, guys. Hey.
You okay?
I'm very good. How are you?
Yes, thank you.
We've brought the clan. We can't wait to clap the guys in.
Yeah. Oh my God, look at it. There they are.
Hey, look at them. Wow, look at that. What a sight.
Look at that as your entourage.
Look at
To
that.
help attract attention to the cause, the team are cycling with a rather impressive support vehicle, the Big X.
Have a drink, have a rest. Thank you.
And Liz has been promised a shot behind the wheel on the next leg too.
Excited to drive it. I just want to have a go. I've got this weird thing about these huge tractors and machineries. I just love driving them and seeing if I can do it. It's like a challenge.
The real challenge is being led by Somerset farmer Nick Bragg, who is the brains behind this incredible fundraising idea.
And has it been a point where you thought, why did I sign up for this?
At the moment, it's just the rain and the coldness. It's
Yeah.
very difficult. And this challenge is really that my pain is short-lived. Those that I'm trying to help possibly have got long-term pain, so
Yeah.
that's how I view it.
Oh, it's amazing what you're doing. It really is.
Thanks.
Hopefully, us lending some support.
Yeah.
I'm now getting a little bit nervous about... I don't want to hold you guys back.
You won't.
I just want to come and really try and give you a bit of a boost. A few
Kelvin,
laughs.
just to be clear, no one's going to be talking to you because you'll be miles behind and they'll just be off. Well done, you need a deserving drink and there's some treats there. So let's get some carbs in you and make you feel better.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
We need to get you some sleep, eh? We need to find you some cycling shorts.
Yes.
And let's hit the road fresh in the morning.
I hope I can do it, Liz.
You can do it. Of course you can do it. You've never let us down before. Kelvin's getting up. He'll be down in a minute.
I'm ready.
Oh my God, Kelvin. Hey, suits it. I like it, you know.
I like it.
You like it?
Oh, why did I agree to it?
I've committed to a leg of a charity bike ride that supports farmers in financial and mental crisis. The last time I was in the saddle was almost 10 years ago, but there's no turning back now.
I can't take serious.
Right, anyway, you're going to do me some brekkie?
What do you want?
Bowl of porridge, please.
Okay.
Big bowl, loads of honey in it.
Day 3 today. We've got another 90 miles to do. Conditions aren't so great this morning. A bit cold. Good to get going and start warming up in a moment.
Oh, part of the team.
We're waiting for Kelvin. And I've been for quite a while.
Morning, guys.
Good morning.
Ready for it? I think so. Right, you ready, babe?
I'm
yeah?
ready.
Right, then, give me a kick.
Right, good luck.
I'll be right.
Good
Go
luck.
easy. Wing mirrors are your friend.
Correct.
With Liz behind the wheel of the impressive support vehicle and me and the lads saddled up, it's time to get the show on the road.
Right, everyone set?
I think so.
Let's do it. Come on.
Turn.
Yeah, turn slowly. I'll keep an eye on the back. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, you're fine.
We good?
Yeah, go on, give it a bit more beans.
I don't know whether to steer or hold this.
Whatever's more comfortable.
Right, I'm going to relax now.
Yeah.
We're in it.
As soon as we're out of the farm, we are straight into a climb.
Oh, not as bad as it looks.
Wait, we're not there yet.
No.
It's such a shame about the weather, but we are doing it. And hopefully, in 25 miles' time, we will have boosted the fundraising pot.
Oh, they got up that hill with a bit.
Yeah, they've done all right, didn't they? Yeah. We have got it easy in here, I must
Oh,
admit.
I know.
Compared to being on the bike.
Yeah, exactly. We're nice and dry, we've got the aircon on.
If it does rain, we just turn the wipers on and we ain't got...
Due to the narrow and winding roads of the Peak District, Liz has taken a different route, which will reach the finish line ahead of us. Leaving me and the team to enjoy the misty and moody peaks that are still managing to look amazing. And after 25 challenging miles, the finishing line is in sight.
Look at that. Oh, mate. Give everyone a cuddle. Hello, thank you. Yay.
How was it?
I loved it, that was great.
Yeah.
Really good.
I think for that, for 24 miles, I think he's done well. But the only best thing is I get to have his cup of tea.
I enjoyed that, thank you. Honestly, really enjoyed that. It was just lovely to chat. Your legs all right?
I'm so proud.
Really?
That looked tough. Driving up those hills, I thought, ooh, the burn will be kicking in now.
I think you've done very good.
Thank you.
Oh.
Give Daddy a kiss. I love you. Can I have a kiss? Well, you've eaten my soreen. Right, come on
Right,
then.
well done.
Lunchtime.
Let's treat you to some lunch.
Yes.
Well
Lunchtime.
done.
Who wants hot chocolate?
While Milo gears up for the next leg, all that's left to do now is cheer the guys on for the rest of the ride and hope we've helped in some small way to boost the funds and morale. After what felt like the longest, wettest start to the year, a break in the weather is seeing new life spring up across our fields and forest.
Come on, Mum, let's go.
And as the twins race towards their second birthday, it's great to see them embracing nature's playground.
Where's Maximus gone? Where's Maximus gone?
Buttercups are spring's earliest pollinators, providing food for bees and bugs alike. And the welcome sunshine is also giving our grass a much-needed boost, producing the energy for our growing flock to graze.
Right, I'm going to go up there and just check everything, Liz.
Right,
I don't want to take the
I'll
trailer.
set these down here.
I'll do a quick lap,
Yeah,
make sure everything's all right, and
Yeah.
I'll be back, yeah?
yeah.
One thing I wasn't expecting to see on our rounds was more new lambs.
Oh, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Oh, look at him! Oh!
Oh, what's he saying?
It's that lamb!
Oh, I knew it! Jacob's had lambs! The Jacob! The Jacob has! Look at it, 2 black lambs! The Jacob's had 2 lambs.
Well, I hate to admit, but Liz was right. You know when she said that Jacob was in lamb? Given 2 lambs. 2 beautiful lambs. You can just see them there in the distance. 2 little black lambs. Can't believe that. How did Liz know? The shepherdess. See if we can get them over.
He just landed in the field. Let's have a look.
You catch one lamb, I'll catch the other. We need to tail them.
Wow. Hello. Oh, it's got you, got you, got you. Hello. Gorgeous lambs.
What have we got?
A boy.
Top lamb and
Girl.
a ewe lamb.
Wow, because there's them both.
Wow. How good is that? The mum's a Jacob and the dad's a Clin. So that's 2 native breeds. And between them, look what they've produced.
Massive.
Yeah, actually, 2 big lambs, 2 good lambs.
Oh.
2 good lambs. Oh, this one's lovely.
I know.
I have said those Jacobs are pregnant 4 months, and Kelvin has honestly turned his nose at me so many times as if I haven't got a clue what I'm talking about. And I just knew it. I was right. So
How
I
did
wonder
you
if the
know?
other one is as well.
She might be.
I know, because I'm a farmer. Don't know why you doubt me. I'm always right.
Good breed. And she'll land on her own. She's landed outside on her own,
They're
no
good, aren't
issues.
they? I like the Jacobs. Let's get more Jacobs. Oh, this
That
one
one's
is like
lovely.
really loving a cuddle. You're more like a dog.
They've got a lovely fleece, haven't they?
Yeah. Hey,
That's a really nice fleece.
wait till the kids see you. She's here, don't worry.
Go, go, go. Come on.
You know who's going to be delighted?
Lana.
Because they're her sheep.
Yeah.
Should we make her some money at the market? Shall we chuffed?
Yes, she could take these to market and sell them herself as her lambs that she's...
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Get the girl working.
We bought the Jacobs for Marnie as her first flock last year, but we had no plans to breed from them yet. But our Clint-Tup Rudolph had other ideas after spending a day in their field. So it's only right that Marnie should reap the rewards of this happy accident.
First crop of lambs, she takes them to the market. Price of lamb at the minute is exceptional. She might be getting 140 plus a head.
We'll have to take a cut.
Shy of, we'll have to, yeah, we'll be obviously
We'll have a commission
there'll
on
be
that.
parent commission on that, don't worry about that. But yeah, she'll bag herself. I mean, after our little cut, she'll probably bag herself. 250 quid. What?
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm happy. One, proving Kelvin wrong just fills me with complete joy. Like, absolute joy. And secondly, just, they are great lambs. How beautiful that they've just lambed in the field, done it themselves. That also just makes me think, yeah, nature doing what nature should be doing. I love it.
Just a few weeks ago, 2 cows and a calf arrived on our farm.
They're huge. I feel like our farming adventure has just gone to a whole new level.
Rearing a herd of cows is a massive leap from owning sheep and pigs. Just the size of them alone has been overwhelming, especially for Liz.
She's really picking up some speed.
But after weeks of halter training, overcoming fears and forging bonds, our work is paying off.
How soft does he feel? Good. He feels good, doesn't he?
And our biggest test is almost upon us, when we compete in the Royal Cheshire Show.
Hello. Come on. Your last wash here before we go. You excited for the show? Uh-huh. So yeah, this is the last wash on the farm, really. Just want to make sure the less we have to do at the show, the better. Maybe I liked a little bit more condition on it, if I'm honest. And it looks like she's maybe dropped a bit of condition these last couple of days, so. But it is what it is. There's nothing I can do now. It's just about going there and enjoying it.
It's exciting to think that this time tomorrow we'll be in the show ring, and our final preparations are key.
So it's not just about the cow looking good. You have to look good as well. And this is the bit where Kelvin always says, you leave everything to me. Well, this is what he'll leave to me. And he'll just turn up and go, oh, what am I wearing? So yeah, crisp. For the kids, you've got to wear a white jacket. So they'll have a little shirt and tie on underneath, looking super smart. And I think it's really nice. I think it's a lovely tradition that people want to look smart with the animals that they're rearing. I'm excited, but I'm not going to lie, I am nervous about showing the cow on my own. Oh, a million things are going through my mind, a million things. But I need to stop worrying about what could be and just get on with it. Because I don't think that about the kids. I think, oh, the kids will be fine. Get out there with the calf, go on. But for me, I'm like, don't make me do it. Like, oh. I've just made a stain on the shirt from the steam. No. I just want to put that in the washer now and bleach it, but not got time.
The twins are too small to be involved in the show ring just yet, so it will be up to Marnie, Milo, Liz and I to try and get the Fletcher name on the farming map with Cherry and Sonic.
Coconut flavour. Only the best for my girl. I'm just more excited for us as a family, really. This is such a big occasion. for the kids. We'll remember this for forever. You're right, girl. Are you going to make me proud these next few days, Cherry? Are you going to make me proud, girl? First ever show to get a rosette would be crazy, but stranger things have happened.
With our cows clean and our suitcases packed, we are ready to hit the road for the Royal Cheshire Show.
That's it, go on.
That'll be all right, won't it?
I think that'll be all right.
So to take cleaning products, got chairs, got a bag. I'm going to use that old cat bag.
Okay.
It's a good idea, isn't it?
Very
See
good.
how neat it is and all that?
Have you got your toothbrush?
Yeah. Have you got yours, more importantly? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm excited. I am nervous.
What are you nervous about?
Walking around with a cow. Everything else will be great.
Why?
I'll be fine, I'll be fine. I just feel like I've not prepped anywhere near as much as everybody else has. Soon find out what happens, won't we? Listen, it's showtime now. Don't be giving me the cold shoulder. We can do this, okay? Come on. We can do it.
It's not just Liz feeling the nerves. Getting the cows into the trailer for the first time keeps me on my toes too.
And then get this door, babe. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Hey. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hey.
Look how relaxed he is.
Huh?
You've not even broken a sweat.
600 kilo. Little 80 kilo. Listen, I'm the boss in that trailer. You're doing what I say.
I'm 40 kilo. I was like,
Right, come on. Let's go and have an holiday. Let's go and have a romantic holiday at a cattle show.
With the cows loaded up, Liz and I hit the road to Knutsford in Cheshire so we can get Cherry and Sonic settled in ahead of our big day tomorrow. When it comes to agricultural shows, the Royal Cheshire Show is a biggie. It's been running for over 180 years and attracts up to 100,000 visitors every year.
Come on, girl. Come on, girl.
This year, we're here as competitors rather than spectators. And leading our cows into the exhibitors' tent for the first time is a real mix of adrenaline, nerves, and excitement.
Go on, you go past, babe.
Quite well. A few little, touchy moments, but it went well. They're here, they're in position, they're happy. I'm going to take that as a positive.
That was a bit intense, that, wasn't it? All eyes were on us then as well. I felt like everybody was watching us come in. She handled it so well, and I just think I think that's a real glimpse of what tomorrow could hold. So it's made me a little bit apprehensive. Not apprehensive, just, it's just different. It's different in your yard when it's just you and there's nothing, no distractions is one thing. Bringing it to a big showground where there's public and noise and music and it's adrenaline, my heart rate's up.
Before we head off to collect the kids, there's just enough time to check out the other competitors.
Look at that, with just a white stripe.
We're Baltic Galloways.
Oh, is that what it is? How do you know? The cattle king now. You know all breeds. Look at the size of that.
Aberdeen Angus.
Morpheus, that sounds like a strong animal, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Morpheus. Sounds like one of our kids.
I mean, it's crazy to think that we're actually in a marquee at the showground. Like, the amount of prep and just effort that goes in is unbelievable. These are all farmers. These have all got full-time jobs. People always say to us, how do you do it? Like, I always think, how do they do it?
I know.
And they've all got families, they've all got kids, they've all got, you know.
And they've all got the kit.
Yeah. There's so much we've not brought.
People have splashed out and got a little... They've got like a staff room. You didn't fancy getting us one?
They brought a kennel to put the dog.
We may not have all the bells and whistles that come with showing, and despite only having cows for a short time, this is the world we are proud to be a part of.
It's exciting, isn't it?
I am nervous, but I'm excited.
All that's left to do is give it our all. Next time, finally, it's showtime.
Come on, Sonic. Come on.
All four of us have to step up and make our mark in the show ring.
I can't explain the emotions I'm feeling.
This is going to be the most exciting day of my whole entire life.
Can you believe your dad's showing a cow?
But it's not all as glamorous backstage.
I mean, I've wiped some bums in my time. But this is just taking it too far.
And after just weeks of prep, we find out if the Fletchers and cows make a winning combination.
I haven't shown a sheep or a cow or any animals. I've just shown me or myself.
I'm not putting any pressure on you, but make sure you bring a rosette on.